Reasons why Mason Disick, the son of Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick, chooses to stay away from the public eye. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Mason Disick, the first child of Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick, may have been born into one of the world's most well-known families, but his lifestyle now looks very different from what people might expect. At just 15 years old, Mason has made a choice that stands out in a family constantly surrounded by cameras, media attention, and public curiosity. While his early years were filled with appearances on reality TV and social media, Mason has now taken a big step back from that public spotlight. His choice to live more privately is not only respected by his parents, but also supported fully by them. Recently, on December 14, Kourtney Kardashian celebrated both Mason's 15th birthday and his younger brother Rain's 10th birthday with heartfelt throwback pictures on Instagram. The photos reminded fans of the boys' early years and how much they've grown. Even though Kourtney's posts were filled with love, they were also careful not to share too much. Mason, in particular, was only shown briefly, highlighting how much the family values his comfort and privacy. Scott Disick also marked the occasion, showing a few quiet moments with Mason and revealing the thoughtful gift he gave his son. These birthday posts may have been limited, but they said a lot about the family's focus on meaningful time together, even if they no longer show it all to the world. Mason's decision to stay away from the spotlight is not sudden. It's something that has been building over time, and his parents have been mindful of giving him space. While Mason once appeared often on episodes of the family's reality series and occasionally on social media, those appearances have become more rare in recent years. In fact, many fans noticed his absence long before any public comments were made. Even though Mason did join Instagram earlier this year, his posts have been few, showing that he doesn't feel the need to keep up a public profile like many in his family do. His quiet presence online fits perfectly with how Kourtney wants to raise her children. She has spoken many times about not forcing her kids into the spotlight if they don't enjoy it. During a podcast interview in 2022, she shared how she constantly receives comments from people wondering why she doesn't post her children often. Her response was honest and clear. Her kids don't always enjoy being on camera or social media, and she respects that. Kourtney said that while her kids sometimes like to be involved, there are also many times when they'd rather not be. Mason, she explained, is especially private and doesn't want to be part of the social media world. She mentioned that what she wants most for her children is for them to have a normal childhood. Even in a family where fame is part of daily life, Kourtney still craves simplicity and normal routines for her kids, just like any other mother. Mason's desire to live more quietly doesn't mean he's missing from family life. That was made very clear when someone online once questioned why Mason wasn't in recent family photos. Kourtney didn't hesitate to respond. She reminded the commenter that just because her son wasn't seen in a picture doesn't mean he wasn't with the family. Her message was simple. Privacy should not be mistaken for absence. It showed that she is very protective of Mason's choices and wants to defend him from unnecessary assumptions. This protectiveness isn't new. Back in 2020, when Mason created his first Instagram account without getting permission, Kourtney took quick action and deleted the account. She explained that her main concern was how hurtful people could be in the comment section. Social media can be a harsh place, and Kourtney didn't want her son to be exposed to that kind of negativity, especially at a young age. She made it clear that while social media can be fun, it also opens the door to judgment and unkind remarks, something no child should have to deal with. In the years since, Mason has continued to stay mostly offline. He rarely appears in family posts, and when he does, the photos are carefully chosen to respect his comfort level. This careful approach is part of a larger parenting style Kourtney has followed. She prefers to keep her kids out of the media unless they want to be seen. And as they grow older, she allows them to decide for themselves how much of their lives they want to share. Mason isn't the only child in the Disick Kardashian family. Alongside him are his younger brother Rain and his sister Penelope, who is now 12. All three children have had different experiences with the public eye. While Rain and Penelope still appear occasionally on their mother's social media, even they are shown less often now compared to earlier years. Kourtney seems to be shifting toward a more private way of parenting, where her children can decide how public they want their lives to be. This privacy-first mindset also extends to Kourtney's life with her husband, Travis Barker. Since marrying Travis, Kourtney has become part of a larger blended family. Together, they have a 1-year-old son named Rocky 13, and Travis brings 3 other children from past relationships into the family: Landon, who is 21, Alabama, who is 18, and Adiana, who is 25. Even with this expanded household, Kourtney continues to be thoughtful about what parts of their lives are shared and which are kept private. For example, fans have barely seen Rocky's face since he was born, and that's a decision both Kourtney and Travis seem to agree on. They want to give their youngest child a chance to grow up peacefully, without the constant gaze of the public. The shift in how the Kardashian family, especially Kourtney, shares their children with the world is clear. Earlier seasons of the family's reality shows often included everyday moments of parenting. Viewers saw births, birthdays, family trips, and even disagreements. But now, many of those personal moments are kept within the family. It's not that they're hiding anything, it's that they're learning to protect the parts of life that should remain personal, especially for the sake of the children. Kourtney's change in attitude might also reflect her own growth. She has often talked about how important her role as a mother is to her, and how being a parent has changed the way she sees the world. For years, she was heavily involved in reality TV and constant media appearances. But as time went on, she began stepping back more and more. She started focusing on her wellness brand, Lemmy, and spending quality time with her family away from the spotlight. Her choices show that she values her kids' mental and emotional health above the demands of being famous. Mason's story highlights something very important. Just because someone is born into fame doesn't mean they have to follow that path. In a world where many teenagers are chasing followers, likes, and online attention, Mason is choosing something different. He's showing that it's okay to set boundaries, to say no, and to enjoy life away from cameras. And he's lucky to have parents who understand and support that decision. Not everyone gets the chance to decide how much of their life to share, especially when they come from a well-known family. But Mason has been given that choice, and he's taken it seriously. He may not post every day, and he may not appear on every episode or Instagram feed, but he is still growing up, learning, and enjoying his teenage years just like anyone else. His story is a reminder that privacy can be powerful, especially when it's protected by people who care. Kourtney and Scott's support for Mason's lifestyle choice shows a new kind of parenting in the celebrity world, one that puts the child first. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.